think it's working now. Hello everyone, Nika here with your daily neuro nuggets. I hope you're having an amazing July 3, by the way. And if you are going to have any sort of celebration this weekend, please stay safe, guys, because I like talking to you. I like when you guys are safe and sound. So, I want to cover the Noah Presgrove case. It is calling me. I must talk about it. And you guys know that when I like to cover a case, I like to go deep, just like I'm doing with the Idaho 4 case. That's just my style. But so many red flags. And the first thing that made me want to talk about this case was seeing just this beautiful 19-year-old boy who could be my son, right? He literally could be my son, I mean, age-wise. And to lose somebody so young with so many red flags all over this case, it's very similar to the Idaho 4. So many people, 40 people at this party he was last seen alive at, and nobody is speaking up. And when they are speaking up and talking to LE, law enforcement, they are giving very conflicting statements. So I am very upset because I just watched an interview of his brother, and his brother, it just breaks my heart. I sent prayers to Noah's family, and I hope that they get the answers they deserve. Justice for Noah, am I right? Am I right? Now, I'm a very sensitive, emotional person. It's very hard for me to talk about this case, but I have a master's in psychology, so I'm very quickly able to recenter myself again once I turn off the phone. Blood pressure normalizes like this. But if you are a sensitive individual and you cannot collect yourself as quickly as some of us can, I urge you to not watch these videos, because your health matters. You matter. You come first. Now, this is your trigger warning. This video is going to be graphic for some people, so maybe don't watch. I did brew some tea to help us a little bit. Help us just a touch. Helps me stay hydrated. I have burdock tea mixed with sarsaparilla, and it is amazing. I love it. Traditionally, it has been used to boost the immune system, help with detox. I hate that word. As a scientist, I hate that word. And circulation. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Talk to your doctor. Do not do what I do. You will not sue me. I have to protect myself. So cheers. If you've had burdock tea before, please let me know down in the comments. Honestly, this is one of my favorites, especially cold in the summer. So refreshing. So, this case, red flags all over the place. There was only one spot of blood on the street, despite all the horrible injuries on his body. Now, I'm going to give you a little background story. So Noah attended this party he was last seen at over Labor Day weekend last year, and the home he went to belonged to Avery. Her parents are very wealthy. This was her parents' home, I believe, and they own so much land in Oklahoma, and I believe in other states as well. So basically, they're balling out of control. Now, my first instinct is to follow the money. So of course, people with money have more ways to protect themselves, to distance themselves. And even if they were not directly involved, well, they sometimes use that money and that power to definitely not be looked at all, because they don't want people talking, right? And somebody in this family definitely tried doing that, in my opinion. So I'll get to that in a second. Now, this Avery was a female friend, and it was her birthday party, and Noah went to the birthday party. And later on at that birthday party, we can see Noah online, because teenagers post everything online, and they're playing silly teenager slapping games, and then we see Avery, this female friend, drawing on his buttocks with a permanent marker. Remember that, because it matters later. Then he gets into a fight with his best friend, Jack Newton. Another Jack, just like the Idaho 4. And what do teen boys fight over? What do men fight over? Women, right? And Noah was cuddling with Jack's girlfriend, Carter. Carter and Avery are sisters, but Noah was cuddling with his bestie's girlfriend. WTF, Noah. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna go with most dudes don't want their best guy friend to cuddle with their girlfriend. That was not okay, I don't think. Everyone is different. Some people cuddle with their friends. For me, as a very old schooled female, that's a no-go, I'm sorry. So obviously it was a no-go for Jack as well, because apparently that's what the fight that took place at the party was over. Him cuddling with Carter. Now, when Jack was asked about what the argument was about in a text message that I will post in the thumbnail, he said that him and Noah had argued for like a second and then ended up holding each other, crying, telling each other how much they meant to each other. I don't know, maybe not. There was alcohol involved. We know that his blood alcohol level in the autopsy reports for Noah were 0.14. But really crying and holding yourself, I don't know if I believe Jack. That just immediately is like, questionable. Maybe not. Now, Noah left the party supposedly around 3:50 to 3:30 a.m. And Carter, the girl that Noah was cuddling with, and another female called Jasmine Milan helped him shower because he was so drunk that he could not do it himself. And there was a video circulating online, but then it got removed. So, kind of weird. Maybe it was out of respect, but still, keeping mental notes. I'm keeping mental notes. Now, Noah's family claims that they saw a video of Avery and Carter, the sisters, screaming at each other after Noah had left. So, what was that fight over? I'm very curious because it seems that there's multiple fights going on. Not only that, but in one of the videos, we see a young, drunk, appears to be drunk to me, young man in the background holding a rifle. Everyone is literally intoxicated, and here we have a dude holding a rifle. And that's not a good combination. Not a good combination. And then angry teenagers on top of that, and then girl troubles on top of that. That is a dangerous mix, people. So, when Jack was questioned, he said, well, Noah went missing, he did crash the ATV, and then they washed him up, and he was drunk, and then he left, and we thought that was just Noah being Noah. He tends to walk out during random events. He tries to just disappear, and that's just how Noah is. Is he, though? Is he? So, Jack said he texted his father at 5:53 a.m. to go fishing. What's very strange is that that is also the same time the 911 call was made about Noah. Same time. How random is that? This is where it's going to get gory. Okay, I'm going to describe the injuries. 10 broken ribs, skull fractures, neck fracture, internal bleeding, abrasions all over the body, and skin of the left side of his scalp was torn off the bone, head was caved in, broken teeth, teeth across the highway, teeth next to body, a clean, bloodless clump of hair found in the middle of the highway, injuries to stomach, injuries to heart, injuries to spleen, injuries to lungs, internal bleeding, road rash on upper back, left eyebrow, behind both cheeks and both ears, displaced and broken spine, shredded fingertips. So, if I give all of those to you up front, you're like, yeah, okay, hit and run. But what do forensic experts say about this? This is what they said, that the extent of the injuries are very unlikely to have happened all at once. In fact, a forensic professional came out and said this is actually suggests that there were multiple traumatic events or that they assaulted and abused him over a prolonged period of time, because he had that many injuries that do not fit a hit and run. And did I mention in yesterday's video that his shorts were folded, neatly folded next to him? I'm sorry, but that is creepy. And my first instinct is that maybe there is a female involved, because that is something that females, we do naturally. It's almost like a nurturing sense, right? If I were to see a body or a piece of clothing, piece of shorts, I would probably neatly fold it. So we know that there were no drugs in his system besides the BAC levels of 0.14. But what was very strange to me was that on his body, post-autopsy, they only found one of the stick figures drawn on his thigh with a permanent marker. Remember the one that one of the girls drew at the party? Only one out of God knows how many were left. So what happened to the rest of the Sharpie drawings? Because Sharpie does not come off that easily. My mind wants to wander and say, you know what? Is it possible that somebody cleaned him up, set his body up in a fetal position to make it look like a hit and run? Did they leave his shorts neatly folded next to him? Did they wash his body before placing it on the middle of the on the side of the highway? Because otherwise, why are the rest of these drawings missing? And there's only one Sharpie drawing left? Sorry, but that's creepy. And what's the most creepy to me, for some reason, it's the folded shorts. It's the folded shorts. That to me is like female vibes. Probably a female and a male. Maybe multiple people. Now, so much for friends, right? With friends like that. I mean, who needs enemies? You're telling me that 40 people at this freaking party who are saying that we're so close, nobody here could ever hurt him. Nobody saw anything. Okay. No blood, minimal blood, besides that one tiny spot on the road. No vehicle parts, really? No vehicle parts? Yeah, I don't believe that. That's not a hit and run. 40 people at this party, lots of weird Snapchats. By the way, young people of the internet, reminder, whatever you put out there on social media, even Snapchats, are not forever gone. Just so you know. These friends have been giving a lot of conflicting information to law enforcement. And they don't fit. The pieces don't fit. That to me is another reason why we should be looking into this case. You and I, all of us here together. The family needs answers. Now, remember how I told you about this Avery Carter coming from wealthy families? Well, Carter, the girl who Noah was cuddling with, when she was interviewed by LE, you know what she tried to say? I don't know him. I don't know him. Bitch, what? I'm sorry. Bitch, what? Of course you know him. You were cuddling with him on the couch, remember? That's why your boyfriend got angry. And again, Noah, handsome young man, intelligent young man, was basically in all the sports possible in his high school and was going to join the Marine Corps. People are envious, and I covered this in the Idaho 4. Dylan and Bethany give off jealous girl vibes. Is it possible here that Jack Newton, his best friend, could have been jealous of Noah being such a ladies' man? Especially his ladies' man, right? Cuddling on the couch. Now, if you don't think that's enough red flags, listen to this. Law enforcement traced Noah's phone, and they found that this phone was actually at the location of where Noah's body was found at. Not only that, but then the phone was back at the house. So, what does that mean? How are you going to tell me that oh, like his friends say, oh, he left his phone at the ATV. No, he did not, because apparently if you're a person who believes in phone pings and phone tracings, this phone went to where Noah's body was found and back to the party house. So how did that happen if the phone was found at the house? I don't know. To me, this case stinks, and even more so because Oklahoma State Bureau is choosing to investigate this, not as a murder, but just as a hit and run. Is that not disturbing? I gotta get going, guys. I definitely want to talk about this case a lot more because I watched an interview with Jack, and he, to me, seems very suspicious, and Jack's father. They both ended up showing up to the place where Noah's body was found at. It's very sad, very odd case, and something here stinks. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this to hopefully get the family some peace. That's what they need. So have a safe 4th of July weekend. Stay safe, stay fun. Don't get too wild with the fireworks. And I will probably be going to maybe Minnesota for the weekend. So if the signal is not horrible, I will try to upload. And that's it. Bye-bye.